Currently, due to lockdown, lakhs of people have lost their jobs. Now, these individuals are hunting for new jobs and have shared critical data on various job portals. The data shared online by these individuals include name, phone numbers, their Aadhaar number, bank or credit card details, etc. These data are shared online thinking that the websites in which these are being shared are secure and there cannot be compromise when it comes to privacy of these individuals. But Maharashtra Cybercrime Police have made a startling revelation this week. In their investigation, they found that the data of 3 crore individuals have been shared online and is for sale on the dark web. Now, this huge pile of data, which includes the name of an individual, gender, phone number, bank account details, debit or credit card details, could be used or misused in multiple ways. This is not something new. Recently, in the last week, it was reported that the data of 1 crore individuals from Paytm was on sale on the dark web. Now, like you all know, internet is like an ocean. Once something goes into it, it's hard to find. However, our security agencies are on the run to retrieve the lost data. So in this last 1 minute, if you observed or noticed closely, I have mentioned dark web thrice. What is it actually, how it works, and why specifically this platform is used to share personal or illegal data online? In this video, we'll try and answer all these questions. So what comes to your mind when I say the word internet? You might see it as an open, large and wide platform where there is no one to monitor you. You feel you have the right to search anything you want and have access to anything that is available globally. But wait, what if I say you have access to only 4% of the total available data online? This means every day, whatever you search, that may be on Google or on YouTube, is within this 4% available data. Then where is the remaining 96% of the total internet data? Is it hidden? Well, not everything is hidden, some of it is secured, but together the secured and hidden data constitute nearly 96% of the total data. So now you got the picture that internet is divided into different layers or parts. For the sake of understanding, we call them as parts. Here, the whole internet is divided into 3 parts. One is surface web, the other one is deep web, and last comes the dark web. The surface web is easily accessible to anyone and anywhere. It is what most of us use every day. It includes various websites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and even Insights on India for that matter. Now these sites are usually indexed by various search engines and are easily accessible. And the content here is largely unfiltered and cluttered. So right now, if you are watching this video and reading articles on our website, it means you are on the surface web. So the main features of the surface web are the sites available here are free to use, they are easily accessible and they are available on search engines. For example, when you look for Insights on India on Google search, you will find the results. So these are the key features of the surface web. After this, next in line we have is deep web. Deep web is also a part of the internet, but it houses very specific information. Most of us do not have access to this information and it is not available even on search engines. It usually contains pages and databases that are only meant for a certain group of people within an organization. Nevertheless, this part of internet is also very much legal. Examples of deep web include academic information, medical records, legal documents, and even classified government resources. In order to get access to the website on deep web, you need to know the specific URL or the web address. In some cases, you also need a password. So the main features of deep web include they are secured and not indexed on the search engines. And finally, there is that part of the internet we call the dark web. Here, the websites are more difficult to reach than the surface or deep web because it's only accessible through special browsers. As the name itself suggests, the dark web is hidden deep inside the darkness, which means it is not visible to the general public. And the main feature of dark web is that it is an unregulated part of the internet. This means this part of internet is not controlled by anyone, no organization, no business or even no government. So obviously there are no rules here, and that is exactly the reason why the dark web is commonly associated with illegal practices. And please note here, it is impossible to reach the dark web through our regular browsers, which include Google Chrome, Firefox, etc. So to access the websites in the dark web, we need specialized browsers. So in simple terms, the dark web is the hidden side of the internet, and to gain access to this network, people have to use special browsers. And more importantly, the content here is not indexed by search engines such as Google or Yahoo. Now, why so much anonymity or secrecy is maintained on the dark web? It is because of the nature of the content that is available on the dark web. See, the content on the dark web is mostly dominated by illegal pornography, black markets, hacking groups, botnet operations, etc. On the dark web, you can find anything from drugs to even missiles. The underlying confidence here is anonymity. That is, you can never find the seller or buyer in the dark web. It is a cause of concern because it is mostly used by terrorists, fraudsters, hackers, hoaxers, botnets, and those players in the black markets. The government agencies here find it really difficult to trace the origins of these players. And the most worrying part for the general public is that their data is readily available for sale online, that too at cheaper costs. It might include your medical records, Facebook details, emails, or even credit card details. But is the dark web used only for the illegal purposes? No. The dark web isn't completely bad. Its anonymity is used for some good reasons as well. It is used in whistleblowing or activism against the government, and it also acts as a safe haven for journalists and champions of free speech. So when it all began? See, the term dark web itself is not very old. It was coined in 1970s to designate networks which were isolated from the ARPANET, which was the then name of internet. But mostly it did not find any mention until 2000. It was because internet did not had so much penetration until then. In fact, it became very much popular in the year 2002 when the US Naval Research Lab developed a secure browser called as Tor. So even today, after nearly 18 years, this is the most commonly used browser to access to dark web. It is not just for the security agencies, it is also available for the general public to use. But it all took a new turn after the year 2009 when the Bitcoin was introduced. It is because Bitcoin is a digital currency which enables encrypted transactions. So after this, dark web became even more popular. See, generally your IP address is noted when you access any website. But in case of the dark web, this IP address is hidden. It is because when you seek for a particular information on dark web, the IP address bounces several times between various servers. So this makes it difficult for the security agencies to trace the exact server and hence the exact IP address. So this is the reason why it becomes anonymous and hidden. Here are some disturbing facts which prove why dark web is really worrisome for the security agencies. Firstly, like we discussed earlier, a massive 96% of the internet is not accessible by search engines. And then there are nearly 50,000 extremist terrorist groups expected on the dark web. So it becomes nearly impossible for any country to trace the origins or transactions among these extremist groups. Nevertheless, our government agencies are working day and night to decrypt the data available on dark web. But we as general public cannot leave it completely in the hands of the government. We have our own set of duties to perform. What we can do is stay away from the dark web. Keep all the software data up to date. Use strong passwords. Be vigilant on public Wi-Fi. Keep social media accounts secure. Do not open strange or suspicious emails. And most of all, be very much careful while sharing your bank or credit card details.